This is your WW3 news. More incursions of the Russian Air Force in NATO airspace. That's not unusual the times we are facing up now. Now, the Italian newspaper Corriere della Sera has revealed the secret plans of the military here in Italy, preparing and creating a necessary infrastructure as some type of defense system of a possible attack by the Russians or whatever. After the plans of Germany and France and Italy preparing for wartime casualties, there are, here in Italy, it's governed under the law of 134/2024. And the Minister Costa said Italy is a target in the event of the war breaking in Europe for the Russians and NATO. Seeing the fact the Russians have moved their Air Force, some squadrons which will carry hypersonic missiles. These are nuclear tipped. They're not going to just shoot any conventional warhead upon us in case of war. It's a nuclear warhead. And obviously, von der Leyen, as in Europe and Brussels, has nominating various so-called wartime coordinators. There's an Italian which has to deal with the transport in Italy, in Europe. That means the main corridor which will transport, whether it's land or railway, necessary military hardware to the war front. And the fact is, France is going to be the centre, the retrovia of the future war with Russia. They are preparing, folks. And the fact is, how does the people see this? They're not aware. The danger and escalation slowly going day by day on the crease. And obviously, the minister was making a sarcastic comment and say there are Chinese and Russian supporters here in Italy and in Europe, and you got the Putianians in the Italian government. So, and they say they don't need to invade us physically and sending the soldiers. You can send the supporters. What they think, I think it's just to gaslight us and mislead us. And obviously there are type of other warfares like cyber warfare, sleeper cells and things like that, which they could use against us. And the involvement in Italy in this Ukraine war is not exactly indirect. The Ukrainians use geo location stations, which are used by them from Italy to target the Russians on the war front. Therefore, there is an involvement. But the boots on the ground will be probably the next step. And this is probably the reason why all the health authorities in all countries, and they're preparing military and civil structures for such an event. This is not a drill. They're doing it for real. The threat is pretty serious. And the fact is, as usual, we're kept in the dark about this. As I always say, to end the video, it's not looking good. Stay tuned for another episode of World War III news.